In this month's budget crafts, I'm going to show you this kit. It's to make your own Dreamcatcher kit. It was only £1 from the works. They have a very similar one in the range for the same price. And it gives you everything you need to make your own Dreamcatcher. So it gives you the hoop, the beads, a charm, it gives you some feathers, it gives you the cord, a plastic needle, some twine and some more beads. So these are the instructions. They're not written instructions, they are just really simple diagrams. I've made one of these before though, not from a set, but I've made one before, so I know how to do them anyway. If you didn't, it's pretty simple to make, so you probably could work it out through the diagrams, though it would have been nice to have written instructions as well. So you're going to take this bit first. It's I don't know what it is. It feels like velvety cord, and we're going to wrap it around the hoop. So I'm just going to move everything out of the way. So you take the hoop, and what I do is I glue the end of the cord, put a little bit on the end and start wrapping it around. You don't have to glue every single section of this, just glue the beginning just to keep that end down, start wrapping it around, then every so often put a little bit of glue on the cord to keep it in place. If you ain't got a super quick drying glue, then you want something to hold the cord in place at the beginning, otherwise it'll just unravel itself. I couldn't find any clips, so I actually ended up putting a little bit of tape on it, which I don't recommend. So you just keep wrapping it around until the whole thing is covered. Now this one didn't actually give me quite enough cord. It gives you a few different bits. It gives you obviously the big long bit to cover this with, and then 4 other bits for the dangly bits off the Dreamcatcher. So I'm going to have to use one of those to actually finish this. So it didn't actually give me enough cord. So I finished that up. As you can see, I used tape again just to hold it in place while the glue is drying. Then you take the thread or twine, I'm not sure what it is. So you take that and we're just going to tie it to the outside of the hoop. You just put a couple of knots in it just to secure it. Okay, so the other end of the thread, you want to thread it onto the plastic needle that they give you. You don't have to use the needle, it just makes it simpler. So you're going to take your thread and your needle, you're going to put it over the hoop, then come back underneath the hoop, and this attaches it to the outside of the hoop. You leave a space, and then you loop it around again. Now depending on how big you leave the spaces, it depends on how tight your Dreamcatcher is going to look. So I'm just doing in really wide sections for this just to show you what I'm doing. Then off camera I do unravel it all and do smaller spaces in between. I just think it'd be easier for you to see what I'm doing with the bigger spaces. So you just do that all the way around. And this is the last one on the outside. Once you get near to the beginning, you then go to the middle of that first section. So just there, you attach it to the actual thread. and just do the same thing around. So you're always going to go to the middle of that bit. It's not really a stitch, is it? But you're going to carry on going around like a spiral. And every so often, this is optional, but every so often just place a bead onto the thread as extra decoration. So this is what it looked like when I redone it. And once you get to the end, just tie it off with a couple of knots. You just need a simple knot for this, nothing too fancy. It was quite tricky for me to do with one hand because I was trying to not let the previous knot unravel. Then once you've done that, just clip off any excess thread you've got from this end and the end you originally tied it on with. So it's up to you how you do your Dreamcatcher. You could do it like tight like this with smaller gaps, or the larger gaps how I've originally done it. I personally prefer this way. And next it's gonna make the, I want to say dangly bits, but that sounds so wrong. I just grab a piece of the other bits of cord, fold it in half, and just added a couple of beads onto the end of it. I'm going to make 2 of these because I want the sides looking equal, so I'm going to do 3. And I'm just going to attach these to either side of the Dreamcatcher. They did give me quite a few feathers with it as well. They don't actually tell you how to attach those, so later on I'll just glue them into the bottom bead. And then I'm just going to attach this charm and a couple of beads, and then that's going to be the centerpiece of it. And to be honest, this craft kit I think is really good for £1. I'd say thumbs up definitely for this one. It was really good for value. If you've never made a Dreamcatcher before, it's a perfect way to start because it literally gives you everything you need. It came in brown, and I also had a pink one as well, where literally the cord was pink, the beads were pink, the feathers were pink. I think the thread was in the middle bit, that was still white. So you can have like a really girly bit or a more traditional one. So I would definitely recommend these kits if you've never tried them before. Yeah, I might have to try more pound crafts because I didn't think anything you get for £1 would be actually this good. So I just took the feathers and plunked them in, put a bit of glue and stuck them in the bottom of one of the beads, which held up nicely. So yeah, you can actually add your own charms as well. You don't actually have to use the ones that are given you, so you can make them really unique if you're giving them as a gift. So yeah, if you get one and make one, be sure to share a picture of it, and then you can be featured on my fan page of my website. So this is my finished one. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, I love this kit. It was well worth the money. Thanks for watching. Bye!